welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a drugstore makeup tutorial. I recently just been purchasing a bunch of makeup, drugstore and not drugstore, but my last recent order to Ulta was a bunch of drugstore products. So I figured, why not jump on camera and do a full drugstore tutorial for you guys. I feel like I really haven't done one of these in a long time, if ever. I think I might have done just one. Honestly, I use a lot of drugstores in my everyday makeup routine. So for me, I never can really tell. I don't know how to explain it. I don't discriminate between high-end and drugstore. To me, if it's good, it's good. And a lot of my favorite products are actually from the drugstore. Like the Maybelline Master Concealer will always be my true #1 holy grail concealer. I use it in all my brides, all my clients. It is literally the best concealer of life. So I am super excited to film this video for you guys today and come up with a cool makeup look. Like I said, I recently just picked up a bunch of makeup. One of the things that really stood out to me was this Makeup Revolution SOPH. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know who this is. I don't know whose collab this is, but I saw the palettes. I believe there was 2 of the palettes, and this one just intrigued me the most. #1 was the colors in the palette. Like this silver right here seems like such an icy silvery blue. I honestly haven't touched any of these. I don't know how they work. It had pretty good reviews on Ulta, so I picked it up. This silver blue intrigued me, as well as this red. I do believe I want to try putting this red all over my lid space today, if not this kind of purple. But what I really like about this palette is how huge this mirror is. Do you guys see how big it is? It's literally an ideal size mirror to travel with. I love when companies add in those kind of mirrors into these palettes. It just makes everything seem so much better when you're applying the eyeshadow, if that makes any kind of sense. So I will stop rambling now. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys are new here, please hit that little button down below before you go. Subscribe to my channel, join my little family, and follow me on social media as well. Mainly active on Instagram, and that's about it. But you can follow me on Snapchat because you just never know. Anyways, let's just jump straight into the video and let's get started. Okay, so starting off with my face first, I picked up 2 e.l.f. products. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't really used e.l.f. Have I ever used e.l.f.? I know I've used their brushes. I think that's all I've ever used from e.l.f. I'm not even gonna lie. I might be wrong, but that's the only thing I can remember right now. So anyways, I picked up these 2 things from e.l.f. One is a hydrating coconut mist. Had me at coconut, honestly. It's a lightweight mist, hydrates skin and refreshes makeup. So I'm assuming you can use this on its own or after makeup to kind of sink everything into the skin. And then this one is a blemish control face primer by e.l.f. Honestly, e.l.f. I feel like has stepped up their game when it comes to packaging. It looks very sleek, very clean. So I'm really excited. So let's just jump straight into the primer first. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna spritz my face first because I'm feeling kind of dirty. Wow, that smells really good. It smells like I'm at a spa is what it smells like. I'm gonna go through that shit fast. Hopefully it's good. Okay, so I'm gonna jump straight into the primer. I'm gonna take, 2 pumps. This says cleanse the skin before applying. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, so why does this say blemish control face primer? Damn it, I shouldn't have thrown the box away. But then in the back it says cleanse the skin thoroughly before applying medication. Medication. Cover the entire affected area with a thin layer 1 to 3 times daily. I'm like really confused right now because it says it's a face primer. Okay, I'm gonna apply this to my skin real quick and then I'm gonna go on ulta.com and see what the hell I'm applying to my skin, because for me, a primer is before makeup, not medication. I mean, it doesn't smell like medication. Yeah, it says, discover a smoother canvas for long-lasting makeup application. Helps control breakouts and blemishes. Has tea tree. It's weird. Tea tree is supposed to be for like blemishes, but it's a primer. How to use. Apply to the skin prior to makeup application to prep skin. Use a small amount and blend evenly on your face. Whoa, okay. So I guess it's a primer, but why the hell does it say cleanse the skin before applying medication? Weird. Anyways, so I didn't pick up any face foundation, but I didn't feel like I needed to just because I have the Makeup Revolution sticks. So I figured I'm just gonna apply this on for you guys and go from there. This has honestly been one of my favorite drugstore foundations lately. I mean, I have like the NYX one and I have LA Girl. My all-time favorite drugstore foundation has always been the LA Girl Pro Matte foundation, but I haven't picked that up in a long time. And I feel like this foundation really matches my skin really well, like my skin tone. And it really just gives you like that full coverage kind of look. It honestly kind of reminds me of the Tarte foundation stick. So by the way, I know some of you follow me on Instagram and stuff, and on my stories, I honestly like to post a lot of what I eat throughout the day. I like to cook a lot, and honestly, I have no choice because my husband really likes a lot of homemade food. So I'm always constantly cooking for me, him, and the kids. So if you guys would be interested in seeing like some recipe kind of tutorials, let me know because I wouldn't mind doing that. I wanted to do a film what I eat in a day kind of video, but honestly, I look homeless all day, every day. So it's kind of embarrassing to me to like film myself all day, which I guess you could say I don't, that's why I don't vlog, because I literally look homeless every day. Okay, so that right there is a coverage of the Makeup Revolution foundation stick, and I am in the shade F12. I typically use F15 to really bronze and contour my skin, but I am not going to use that today because I picked up this Havana Camila Cabello, I think is her name, Sunlit Bronzer by L'Oreal, and this comes in 1.35 fluid ounces, which is a lot. I picked up the shade Medium Deep. I did use this on my hand just to see what it would look like, and it was pretty dark. So it says hydrating, lightweight, ultra blendable, use alone or mix in with foundation for instant Havana sunlit glow. And this definitely has a little bit of not glitter, but it does have like that sheen, that highlighted sheen. I saw, I want to say it was Luster Luxe use this in one of her videos, and I was intrigued. So here it is right here. You can kind of see how it's like really bronzy. I don't know how to jump into this. Okay, I'm gonna take like a little duo stippling brush. You see it right there, and I'm just gonna jump in and see what happens. I think I might have put a little too much. Okay, so the color's not too bad. Definitely looks a lot darker when you first put it on. Oh, that's pretty. Wow, that's actually really pretty. I know it's not blended right now, but I can kind of see, I can kind of get the gist of what it's going to look like. And that seems really pretty. So on my hand, it looks like a really like pretty bronzy highlight. But when it goes on the skin, it seems like it's going on more of like a bronzer instead of like a highlight. And you don't really see too much of that glow when first applied. Okay, so I'm going to take my beauty sponge and go ahead and buff that in. Wow, that's actually really pretty. So I think I'm gonna go in a little bit more with the duo stippling brush, and with whatever is left over on the brush, I'm just gonna build up everything one more time. Okay, talk about a new product that I'm gonna be using a lot. Wow, I actually really like the way that looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this Makeup Revolution contour stick. Okay, I'm gonna take a Sigma E38. It's a diffused crease brush. I'm just gonna tap it onto this lightly, and I'm gonna use this to really contour my nose. Ooh, that's a lot. And you wanna make sure you drag this to the top of, or the beginning of your eyebrows. Okay, now with the sponge, I'm just going to go ahead and push this into the skin, not really dragging it anywhere else, just kind of pouncing on top of it just to make sure it is diffused and blended out really well. Okay, so that worked pretty well. I'm just going to go ahead with whatever is left over and just place it there and put it a little bit underneath my bottom lip. I like it to give me that really like pouty effect underneath my lip. You know, I just thought about this now. I'm gonna go in with deep eyeshadows, and I should have done my eyes first. Sure. we're screwed in that department. So for concealer, probably not a surprise to you guys, I'm going to take two Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealers. I'm going to take the shade C12 first, place this into my inner part of my eyes. As you can tell, it's kind of the same color as my skin, which is fine because I feel like that covers dark circles. And I'm going to drag this up into my inner corner. So I think they came out with this same kind of tube, but for foundation. So I'm really intrigued to try that. Kind of like copying Tarte Shape Tape in a sense, or Tarte. But I feel like Makeup Revolution is known for kind of duping out more higher end brands. A SUEDE concealer I think is like $6 or $7 and it is so good. So I like to drag it all the way down to kind of blend in with that bronzer and bring it up on the side of my nose as well. Guys, for real, that bronzer is so nice. It's like so subtle, but so pretty, and it's not like glittery or anything at all. It just gives you like a nice bronzy glow. It is literally beautiful. Okay, so now for powder, I'm going to go into the Flower Beauty Translucent Miracle Matte Finishing Powder. I've seen a lot of people doing videos with Drew Barrymore, and I remember, how do you open this thing? The packaging is so pretty. My hands are so dirty, so it's going to get it dirty quick. But I remember Casey Holmes being like one of the first people I've ever heard mention the Flower Beauty line, and I remember her talking about the specific powder, saying that it was absolutely amazing and that everybody needed to go out to buy it. And I've been wanting to buy it for the longest time, but I kind of just forget about it. So when I saw it the other day on Ulta, I was like, yes, this is my opportunity to purchase this. Oh cute, it comes with like a little flower puff. So cute. I doubt I'll use it though. So it doesn't seem like it comes with too much product. How much does it come with? 0.2 fluid ounces, which isn't a lot at all, but I like how the inside has the little sifter, and I'm just going to go ahead and dump it into here. Powder looks weird. So let's just go ahead and test this out and see how it goes. I'm going to start off first with my under eyes. Let's hope it's good. But weird, it's like super... What? That's weird. The powder's like there, but it's like not there. As soon as I pick it up on the Beauty Blender, it's like barely there. Oh, it smells weird. It smells weird. But it's weird. I'm like putting it onto my skin, expecting to bake, and it's like not baking. Is anybody else seeing how like it's like barely showing up? Now it is a little bit. See, look, I'm like putting it down, but it's like not showing up. So weird. It's definitely making me matte though. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna push it into the skin because I'm not sure if this is really like a baking powder. See, like it's like barely, the camera's showing it like it is on there, but it's weird. But it's like not showing up. Okay, I'm gonna stop bitching about it and just get to it. Okay, so I didn't really set this area too much because I wanted to go in with this iconic London illuminator. I know this is not drugstore and I know this is not drugstore price, but it is something that I purchased and I definitely have been wanting to use it. So I'm gonna use it today, but I'm gonna recommend you guys my favorite drugstore highlight is definitely by Wet n Wild. You need to pick it up. Precious Petals, any of their highlights, they just melt directly into your skin. But I wanna go in with this today just because I got it and I've been wanting to play with it. This is the original color, I want to say. It's like a really pretty rose gold, and it comes in a dropper, and that thing's gonna last you forever. Look how beautiful that is. It is so pretty. So since I did apply a little bit of setting powder onto my skin, I'm gonna take this very lightly with my finger and just hope for the best. If you guys can see that, but it seems really pretty. I'm just really sad that I applied powder first because... Okay guys, so don't follow this tutorial because I did it wrong, but it's okay. We all mess up, right? This highlight is so pretty. It kind of like turns kind of powdery once you like really blend it into your hand. Like right here, it's like really wet, but right here, it's kind of dry. And it kind of goes on a little powdery, if that makes any kind of sense. Like I thought this would totally separate on top of this matte powder that I placed first, but so far it's not at all. It's kind of weird. I was like literally hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. And it hasn't been too bad. So I think I did enough highlight. Now I'm gonna go back in with this beauty blender and kind of just push everything into the skin. Highlight is definitely really pretty, and I'm really surprised on how well it sat on top of that powder, which is really surprising to me since I messed up. Okay, so my camera cut off as I was spritzing my face, but I went ahead and I used a coconut mist once I applied the highlight just to have everything really blend into the skin. And so far, I feel like my skin looks really good right now for what it is. And I went ahead and I did my eyebrows off camera, so I do not have drugstore eyebrow products. I use the Benefits in Anastasia, but honestly my number one drugstore eyebrow stuff is L'Oreal. Their brow stylist and brow definer, as well as their liquid brow gel, is the exact same dupe as Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know I sound crazy, but I promise you I used to use it all the time, and I've gone through so many eyebrow stuff and it's the exact same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off my face because we're already here. I already messed up. I already did that first versus eyes, so why not just go ahead and finish off the entire look. So the next thing I picked up was this e.l.f. I think it's, what is it? A bronzing, damn it, I threw away the brush, the freaking packaging again. Let me find it. So this is it right here. I believe it's a contour and highlighting duo or bronzing duo, but this bronzer looks so glittery. I haven't swatched it though. It looks really pretty though, but it just seems really glittery, so I'm pretty nervous about that, but there's nothing we can do about it now, so might as well just go ahead and try it. I'm gonna go ahead with the highlighting side first, and I'm gonna try this on top of where we place that illuminator. By the way, that illuminator just makes my face look so wet and so juicy, and I am living for it. Is this a highlight or is this not? I don't know if that's a highlight. What is this? Is it a blush? Okay, I don't know what the hell that is, but I don't think that's a highlight. I want to say that's a blush, and I applied it right on top of the highlight. Okay, so we're just going to skip that one, and we're going to go straight into the bronzer. I feel like this might be a little too deep for me, so I'm just going to go ahead, pat off as much as I can, and just see what happens. I don't really need it because I used that L'Oreal liquid one, but I bought it, so I feel like why not use it. It's definitely too dark for me, so I have to go in with a really light hand and tap off all the excess. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like shit is going sideways really quick. Way too dark. I feel like I just effed everything up. So I'm going to go in with the duo stippling brush and kind of just do this. Okay, I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. I'm not sure what the hell this is. Is that a highlight? Is that a blush? I don't know what it is. If I put it on my finger, it seems really light, so I don't understand what it is. I guess we can try it as a blush and see what happens, but that's a blush. That's a really weird ass blush. Yeah, like, what are you? I don't understand. Now it's like turning up kind of pink. I'm so confused. We're just gonna take this and throw that shit to the side because that's a hail to the mother effing no. I don't like that product. That will be going back to the store or to somebody else. So I'm gonna go into Milani's Luminoso. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I know this will work, so okay, I'm gonna go back into this Flower Beauty and try to bake with it and see what happens. That kind of worked. It just smells so weird, guys. Like, I can't even describe what it smells like. It just smells so weird. It's such a light powder that it's like freaking me out how light it is. Not in color, like in texture. Like you guys literally need to pick this up so you guys can get what I'm saying. It is really weird. It's good, and so far I'm really enjoying it, but it's really weird. So I'm gonna take that straight edge from this Morphe sponge, and I'm gonna put this under, oh, not right there, I didn't mean to do that. This tutorial is going sideways. Place this directly underneath my eye to kind of bake down there, just in case if we have any fallout. I think I'm gonna go into first the color Vitamin C. Vitamin C is this yellow shade right here. Oops. Go into this first, being our first transition color. Definitely a lot of kickback. Now I'm gonna start this right here. So I'm going for like a very pink, fuchsia-y kind of Barbie eye look. So let's hope that's what ends up happening. So I'm not going to tap off too much because I do want this yellow to be pretty intense. So I'm not going to lie, for this being a drugstore makeup, I feel like my base of my face looks really flawless. And I feel like it could have been that e.l.f. primer because I use this foundation all the time. And my face doesn't look this flawless. Like I'm really impressed by that primer so far and that bronzer. The bronzer is probably my favorite thing. I think now I'm gonna go into the color Sweet and Sour, mixed a little bit with Running Late, which is both of the orange tones in this palette. So far that yellow seems really pretty. And I'm gonna go directly underneath. Whoa, that is like really pigmented. That is pretty. That's really pretty. All right, so I'm going directly underneath that yellow, dragging it all the way into the inner corner and kind of up towards the brows, and then all the way out to the outer corner. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really impressed with these shadows so far. They are pigmented for a drugstore brand. Back in with that yellow, and just go directly above that orange. Okay, so now I think I am gonna jump into the shade 21. I think I'm gonna do a mixture of both of these all over the lid, but I'm gonna test out 21 first because I'm kind of nervous. So I'm gonna take a different blending brush. I'm gonna take a Morphe M518. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that intense red and just see what happens. I'm gonna go kind of directly on top of that orange, but at the same time a little bit lower. This color's so pretty. Honestly, I have zero complaints about this entire palette so far. I know this is gonna sound really crazy, but I feel like I had more complaints about the Jaclyn Hill Vault palette than I'm having about this one. Palette seems pretty bomb. And it has me shook because I was not expecting that at all. I'm gonna go back into that Sweet and Sour and Running Late and just go a little bit above that red so that we don't lose that orange. Okay, so now I'm gonna take kind of like a flat shading brush. This is a Sigma E25, I believe. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this mulled wine, and I'm going to mix that with 21, which is that red. As you can see, there's a lot of kickback in this palette, but as far as the actual palette on my eyes, there's no kickback at all. So I'm taking both of them mixed onto my brush, tapping off the excess, and then going straight on to the lid. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead first with the burgundy, and then I'm going to top it off with the red. Okay, I'm gonna go into 21, which is that red, and kind of top off that burgundy with it. Hoping that the burgundy will kind of pull through more pink and more fuchsia with the red on top. Okay, now we're getting a little bit of more fallout, but that's expected because I'm going in with a more dense brush and not really taking too much off when I tap it off. I'm legit living right now. Okay, so with whatever is left over on this brush and a little bit more of that red, the true red, I'm gonna go into this and just kind of buff out those edges. Being really careful so that we don't buff everything away. Okay, now I'm going to go into the orange. Do the exact same thing, just buff out those edges. Okay, now I'm going to take my blending brush and just kind of dust everything out. It's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a smaller blending brush. I'm going to take this small brush. This is a Morphe M507, and I'm going to take Sweet and Sour and Running Late, and I'm going to drag that underneath my entire lower lash line. I'm kind of going to use the exact same colors that we used on the top, on the bottom. And I'm going to take 21, which is the red. So I have no idea what happened to the lipstick portion of this video as well as a mascara portion, but I did have all of those in Drugstore. I ended up using my L'Oreal mascara in a burgundy kind of color. And then I also used LA Girl liner in Bare, topped off with NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm, and their Butter Gloss in Eclair. I have no idea what happened to that part of the video, but I am so sorry, and let's just move on and move forward. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I applied some lashes and finished off the entire look besides my hair being a grease ball. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me come up with this look right here. Honestly, so surprised by this eyeshadow palette. I literally was expecting the worst. I didn't think it would work. I thought it would just be like a dumb drugstore eyeshadow, but I was pleasantly surprised on how beautiful these mattes blended out. Seriously, every time I look at it, it's like it made my job so much easier because it didn't take any effort at all to create this look. I honestly didn't play too much with the shimmers, just in the inner corner and the brow bone. They applied nice. Just not as intense as I expected, but again, I didn't wet them and I didn't apply them on my lid, so honestly I don't know. But as far as these mattes color, they are so pigmented, so creamy, and so easy to blend. I am so excited and so surprised about this palette that I definitely 100% will be using it again. This Coconut Mist by e.l.f. and this primer are gonna be staples in my collection because I absolutely love this coconut mist. I didn't really use it to set my face too much, just one time I believe, and it seemed like it worked pretty well. What I liked it the most was for before I applied my foundation. It definitely hydrated my face and made me feel like I was at the spa, which is what I really enjoyed of that product. But this right here is what I enjoyed the most. I've had this foundation for a while now and have been using it for a while, and I still love it, but these two paired together are so amazing. My face is actually, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I have a lot of texture right now from traveling, the airplane, and I was on my menstrual while I was gone, and my face is kind of like starting to get a little bit better, but right now it does have a lot of texture, and I felt like this primer really did blur everything out. It was confusing because the direction says medication. I'm assuming that you can use this on your face as a primer as well as, I'm assuming, like skincare. I don't really know. If you guys have this, let me know if you can use this as skincare or if it's just before foundation. But this right here is going to be a holy grail for mine, and I'm so excited about it because it's e.l.f. and it is super inexpensive. So another two things that I really enjoyed using was this Flower Bomb. Is it Flower Bomb? No, it's perfume. Flower Beauty Translucent Matte Miracle like powder, I think is what it's called. It is literally a miracle worker. I feel so mattified, but not really dry. It is so hard to explain this powder. So I know other setting powders, they're very finely milled, like very crushed, I guess you can say, and like soft. Like if you were to put it in your skin and you were to go like this, you'd be able to like kind of feel how fine and like soft it is. If you were to put this in between your fingers, you wouldn't be able to feel it, if that makes any kind of sense. You would feel how soft it is, but you wouldn't be able to feel the product really kind of like melting into your skin. It would be kind of like you put it on and it just disappeared. That's exactly what it feels like. I know it sounds weird, and I know I sound crazy. I am telling you right now, Casey Holmes did not let your girl down. I know that a bunch of you who follow her probably have used this powder and know what I'm talking about. It is such a good powder. Now that I've used this powder, I want to try more. The next thing I loved was this L'Oreal Havana by Camila Cabello, I think is how you say her name. It's the medium deep sunlit bronzer. So when I first applied this to my skin on my hand, I was like, holy crap, you can kind of see it's still kind of not glittery, shimmery, and gives you that like inner glow. So I was kind of scared that it would look like that on my face, but once applied to my face, it actually gives you that inner glow without looking like it's giving you an inner glow. I sound so dumb today, like I'm making no sense, but it literally just kind of melted into your skin and gave you that sun-kissed bronze kind of look without looking too much. You can see right here, it just makes my skin look very like bronzy. Like I don't even know how to explain any of these products today. I'm so bad. But literally this is so good, and it gives you so much product. It gives you 1.3 fluid ounces, which is a lot. This is more than typical foundations, and I'm so excited for this. So apparently you can mix this into your foundation to give you more of like that sunlit glow, which I would love to try. But as far as just using this to kind of hit the high points of your face and kind of give you that bronzy contour kind of look, I absolutely love this. And this is by the Drugstore, you guys. The Drugstore. Like, how crazy is this? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Cover FX Sunlit, I think is what it's called. I think it is called Sunlit Bronzer Drops. I don't know which one it is, or it's Sunlit or Sunkissed. This is exactly what it reminds me of, and I'm really excited about it because it's half of the price. Okay, the other things I tried out, I believe like the blush and the lips and stuff like that, I've already had before. The last, except for this lip liner, which I think I spoke about this in my last video. I love this lip liner so much. It's called Bare, and it literally is exactly what it's called. It's bare. Like you can barely see it, but it's there, if that makes any kind of sense. I honestly love everything LA Girl, so I have nothing bad to say about that at all. The one miss in this Drugstore video was this e.l.f. blush bronzer, I don't even know, contour like duo. This is in the color Turks and Caicos, which by the way, this packaging looks just like NARS. But I honestly, besides this color right here, it looks like it has like glitter flecks in it. Not so much on my skin, but the color was a little bit too deep for me, which I mean, I could probably still get away with as long as I tap the excess off, but it did make me feel and look a little dirty looking until I went in with a duo stippling brush and I really just buffed everything away. I felt like it made me look a little bit dirty. As far as this goes, I have absolutely no freaking idea or clue what the hell this is supposed to be. I think they call this, you know what, let me look it up. I think they call this duo like a blush and bronzing duo. If this is a blush, I don't know who the hell this is gonna blush up, because honestly, that's not a blush. So I thought it was a highlight. I put it on my highlight and it's definitely not a highlight. So I honestly don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, it's a contouring blush and bronzing powder. So I don't understand. I can see this contouring and blushing me up, but this blushing my cheeks up, like no. No, I don't even think this would blush up a fair skin girl. Like look at that. Do you even know what finger it's on? Do you even know? Can you see it? It's on this one. Like, come on. What kind of blush is that? Like, it's very faint and light. Like, I don't get it. I don't like it. It's a miss for me, and it's a miss in my books, so. Anyways, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this drugstore makeup look. Again, I absolutely loved everything that I used today except for that thing. I don't know what that was. But as far as everything else goes, I'm really excited that I purchased all this stuff online without even testing it out in store, and I really ended up loving it. This eye look and this look in general, I am obsessed with, and I can't wait to create more looks with that palette. I definitely want to dig into that silvery blue icy color, like all over the lid would be so gorgeous. Let me know what you guys thought down below about this video. Did you enjoy this video? What do you guys want to see next? I picked up the Desi and Katie Friendcation collection, not the entire thing, but a couple products, so I'm going to do that in my next video. But other than that, let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.